It's been 4 years since Elvira and José Pernalete's son was killed during protests in Venezuela. Juan Pablo was a student and died of cardiogenic shock in April 2017 after being hit by a tear gas canister at close range. His sister was a cancer patient, and Juan Pablo was frustrated with the situation, which made it difficult for her to be treated.
I was told my son was dead. It was like the world stopped. They broke our life. I remember that day because they killed my husband and me. 2 years later, our daughter died of cancer. They destroyed our family in the same way they have destroyed hundreds of families in Venezuela.
Juan Pablo was a basketball player and a student.
Everything has been a challenge. Fighting the prosecutor's office, the prosecutor has been changed 15 times. In 2019, all the actions came from us. Nobody does anything. They want to say it was an accident, and it was not.
Juan Pablo's death is just one of the many cases presented at the International Criminal Court against the government of President Nicolás Maduro. Venezuelan officials are being investigated for crimes against humanity, for extreme repression and serious human rights abuses. Juan Pablo Pernalete was just one of the thousands of young people that took to the streets to protest against the government of Nicolás Maduro. This is his room. These are some of his belongings. For the government, he was a terrorist, but these are some of the things he wrote. I want to graduate in a university in the United States. I want to be an NBA player. I want to be the best player in the world. And I want world peace. The investigation against Venezuela includes accusations of secret detentions and torture sites, even a government plan that targeted protesters as opposition forces. It also includes human rights abuses against opponents, but also members of the security forces who dared to challenge the government.
A trial at the International Criminal Court includes the possibility of a detention order, something that other reports do not have, and the fact that it's a shame to be the only Latin American government to be tried at the ICC.
Ali Daniels is trying to assist victims in their search for justice.
The fact that there is an official investigation is historic. It has never happened in the Americas. We have to consider that before there was a case in Honduras and Colombia, and this is the first time there is an investigation.
The government says the crimes should be investigated and tried in the country. It also says abuses are being committed by the United States and other countries against Venezuela through economic sanctions. But victims say the violations committed against government critics are brutal and should be punished in an international court. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, Caracas.